My name is Leslie Ohnstad. I am the creator of Color Art products. Yes, I actually made them. We have a site called ColorArt.com, and I host a show here called ColorPlay Live 3 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This next weekend, though, we have something very interesting coming up, our quarterly educational event featuring 15 artists, 2-day event, pre-recorded lives. Each channel will be giving away a free drawing for 3 purely pigment bottles for each one of the channels for just commenting on their channel by watching their, and not in the feed, you gotta comment in the description below. You actually have to comment where the real comments are. And then each artist will also give you a few secret words or two, a word or two or three, in each one of their videos. Put them together in a quote, go to our website and enter that quote and get yourself to put yourself in a chance of winning a $400 shopping spree. So that's next weekend. And next weekend, what we're going to do, my portion of the live, which is supposed to start here at 11 a.m., we're going to have a big party. We're going to start at my normal time at 9. We may take a little bitty break, maybe not if you guys ask for one. My lives are usually 2 hours long, so this will just be 2 hours and 15 minutes because we need to go into the 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time time frame. Of course, this is on a weekend. I'm not normally up at that time and on at that time. It'll go to 11:10. And then give everybody a little bit of a break to go get some food, get a drink, come back, and then it will start with the pre-recorded event with the artist that is after me. Now on Sunday, we're also going to have another watch party, and it'll be before Britta Clayton's pre-recorded that starts. I think we're going to do that at 10. It'll only be for an hour, get a chance for all the affiliates to come in and visit with everybody and say hello, and we'll have some pop quizzes and some prize giveaways. So I can't wait to see everybody next weekend. Now, I'm looking at everybody that's here. You guys are all visiting, but I wanted to get my spiel out because hopefully that'll make a really quick short that I can use to advertise the event coming up. So let's see what's happened over the weekend since Saturday. Fairy Art Mother suggested I use other colors. Of course, I know I'm in a roll with the bit of honey and the cotton candy and the cyan aqua. But I do have some other ideas in mind, but I've got to show you what happened last time. Now, when I did this Nautilus swipe, it is all in epoxy, okay? Let me get this other piece off so there's no distraction here, okay? I took my palette knife, turned my wheel, just like I would do it with acrylic, only I had epoxy on it. And it came out as if I had done it in acrylic and did a top coat. I am absolutely thrilled with this. How I did is that I took some of the Vivid Intense mixed with epoxy and just kind of did a little flood coat on the bottom. I laid some of my colors. The gold had the silicone in it, and I did a swipe around, and it turned out beautiful. So for anybody worried about this technique, man, it felt really fulfilling to basically not have to do a top coat. This was a resin Nautilus swipe. We're going to do another one in a different color combination today. Okay. But how cool did that turn out? Okay. I really, this is the thumbnail for the video that we did. Okay. And then the big piece, I am blown away by the cells on this thing. I am completely blown away. The color, the texture, the cells. Now I just want to be able to do this type of treatment on a piece and maybe have a section that's got some black texture with a strip of gold. But look how, oh, I'm especially loving what that fluorescent violet did with the blue there. And you can see how the cotton candy mixes with that bit of honey. I mean, I'm loving how the pink and the gold is mixing together. That cyan aqua is a completely different blue than this sky blue, right? I am so amazed how this turned out. Oh, you want yellow? Sunburst could turn dark. You mean do a sunburst in this? Michelle suggested a sunburst would be amazing. You mean like do some kind of sunburst with this color arrangement? All I know is this thing turned out beautiful. It is so amazing. The colors are so gorgeous. And again, like she said, no pitting. Now there's a little bit of cat hair that dropped into my piece. The interference in that violet kind of turned a little bit weird. But I'm thinking about doing something on top of this because it looks a little bit unfinished, but I am so pleased, so pleased. Yes, this is art resin, purely pigments, Bling It Minerals. This is all purely pigments, Bling It Minerals, art resin, and the microlube silicone oil. Yes, it would not be complete without a little bit of cat hair or dog hair. Any kind of animal fur from our fur babies landing feels perfectly normal. So, hi Patty, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, this is the result of the big piece, and much to my pleasant surprise, Patty, that Nautilus swipe turned out really beautiful. Okay, now everybody knows we're in the last 24 to 48 hours of the membership drive. There are people contacting me to stack their cards. I worked all morning this morning on getting everybody's cards updated and then the information on the event page updated on the front page of the website. So it is the last final 48 hours. The new software to manage the membership is installed. My next challenge is going to learn how to load all you guys up into it. That's going to be fun. But women's work is never done, right? Question. How do you keep, what's COL? How do you keep, everybody, she's about to ask something and her words got cut off. So let's find out what Renee was needing an answer to and see if we can't help her. Meanwhile, I'm going to get to some color mixing here because we have some pieces to do. And I do hate how dirty this thing looks when I'm color mixing. So I am going to cover it up so our eyes are not as confused. Does the silicone no, that's the thing we're finding out, Audra, and it was an accident. I was doing this piece trying to simulate something by Kathy Lane, and she used silicone in the oil just around the head. And what happened is my silicone accidentally dripped in my gold. And when I went to heat it up, all these cells appeared. It was an accident, and it was so gorgeous. And then to our surprise, nothing, no pitting, no divots, no nothing coming up. It's really amazing. So yeah, it's not cool in acrylic. And I do have a workaround on that, and someday I should probably show you. But the, let's see. But the first piece we're going to do is we're going to do another one of those rounds. So we're going to play with some of the berry wine. Let's get these out of here. I will be playing with a green fairy art, Mother. You asked me to play with a green. So here will be a green somewhere in the project today. She's trying to get me to get out of my comfort zone now. And I said, well, I'm playing with all the colors in a new set. And we know that color combination that I've been using is working. Is there a specific help you learn about purely pigments and acrylic pouring? Oh my God, there's a gazillion videos to teach you about acrylic pouring. I don't necessarily have expert videos on that. Tammy Anderson is wonderful. Saskia Smith is wonderful. Sarah Taylor is a really good person to learn from as far as acrylic pouring and fluid art. I mean, I'll do my best. As far as the purely pigments, just watch all the introduction from the beginning. We just only introduced them in November, so there's a lot of videos from me up on this channel right here that you can go back and watch the replays and understand how they work better. So I barely came on in time to get everything done, so I do have to pull my powders for you. Normally I have them, try to have them ready for you guys in advance, so saving as much time as I can, but it is what it is. Also, I've been told I need to make somebody a wrench. I don't know how to make somebody a moderator. If somebody knows how to make, I can help make somebody a moderator here, that would be great. Last time, someone wanted to link some links to like the micro lube oil, and they couldn't. And I don't know how to make somebody a moderator here while I'm actually in the middle of filming. So any input would be great. If not, that's fine. Let's see. You know, that Perry-Bell has a bluish tone to it. I think I'm going to use, where is that color? See, it's going to be the same thing. You guys are going to be going, no, where was that? Yeah, I think this would be more contrasting. This will be too similar. This will be more contrasting to what we're doing in here. Now I'm going to mix up a whole lot of color for all of my projects. Or maybe I shouldn't. Let's do the first one first. I'm trying to figure out how to do the space here. Yikes. I got a big project and this little project that we're going to do again. All right, let's get our epoxy going. I'm in an epoxy mode, guys. What can I say? I think because it's one of my biggest fears, I am determined to conquer my epoxy affliction, right? So let's get some of the little bit of resin in each one of these cups. I'm putting in about a little over 1.5 ounces. These are, I think, 4.5 ounce cups or 3.5 ounce cups. Maybe that lime green would be really pretty with this wine and roses color. It's called berry wine, but it's my kind of my homage to wine and roses in the primary elements. And I think it'll be really pretty on a lavender background in that swirl swipe type thing, which is what we're going for. For some reason, Jasmine's decided sitting to the left of me, and it is making me a little bit nervous having her right there. I prefer her on the back of my chair. You bet. What is she asking? Help, Renee, you can use titanium white paint for what? What's bleeding through? Oh, actually, part of that's also the house paint if you're using house paint. She's right. If you base coat your canvas with white paint, that really helps color coming through. But the house paint that has the fast drying agents and primer, like the eggshell paints from the hardware store, it sucks the color down into the white. And it's regular white paint doesn't do that. Well, I better get a second set of gloves on here. I only got one set on. I'm going to get into trouble here in a minute. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I got to put another set of gloves on. I only realized I only have one on, and I'll be in deep doo-doo if I don't have an extra pair on to protect me. Oh, don't worry about it. Questions are important, and there's a good group here. They're real smart. I just need someone to show me how to do the wrench. I was going to try to come on early. I think Friday, I'll try to come on early because we really, really want to make some people admins in here. Not quite sure how to do that. Okay, I got that second set of gloves on. All right, let's get this berry wine color really gorgeous. Just trying to figure the best place to display it for you guys. So it's up where you can see it. Hey, Lance, we have someone in here. New Lance McGay. Hey, to make someone a moderator, go in on an old live, go in an old chat. Oh, I can do that? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Lance. You're my hero. And you're a new voice in the crowd. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put 8 of the berry wine in here. Now I want my wine. We're going to do both. We're going to do some interference blue and diamond violet. As a matter of fact, we just ran out of interference violet, guys. So if you go to the website, you see it out. We'll have it back in about a week. But yeah, I've been showing how to do this. And all of a sudden, we're selling a ton of those 3-packs. Oh, he's your sweetheart? Well, thank you. So he's watching? What a sweetheart, Evelyn. Oh no, Evelyn, we've been told that you need to be the first. Someone suggested you be the first to rent. You're such a wealth of information. So this is interference blue and diamond violet going into the berry wine, okay? And oh, my bigger sticks, I still have them packed in a box. I got some new stir sticks, the medium size. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. I mean, really pretty when it mixes up. Now, one thing about doing these is, wow. Wow, look how crazy that turned that blue. Now, you won't believe what this looks like. Wow, just regular. I am so tempted to make another one. Look how crazy that turned out. That's insane looking. I'm going to add a little bit more of the wine. Yeah, it's like really shifty. It doesn't even, I mean, I'm tempted to mix up some more wine just so you can see what it should be like. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That interference blue just completely changed that color. I'm deepening it a bit, but if anybody ever questions, when I say the interferences bend the light, the interference bends that light. That is almost an eggplant. Wow. That is crazy beautiful. Okay, and a happy accident for me. Here is the Peribel, which is my own custom work for periwinkle bluebell. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we've been doing a lot of discussion about the droppers, and I was on the phone with 2 different people today say, watch my older videos where I was struggling with the dropper. I think I've gotten it down to where I kind of tilt it to the side. I put the dropper all the way back in. I squeeze all the air out of it and then let it give me a full draw, and then I pull up so it will drop. And it's a little tricky. It takes a little bit of practice. But basically, you're playing with my chemistry set, guys, is what you're doing. So I'm going to put some more interference blue in this, but instead of the violet diamond, let's put some sparkle blue in this. Yep. I'm liking the color combination. I used this last time. Love it. Okay, I'm just going to run right through these as quick as possible because we got a lot of stuff to mix up. Cotton candy. I am hooked on this color. I think it's because I love how it runs into the gold and makes a second color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 8 drops in that one. It is such an extraordinary color. I'm going to use it in both pieces, so I'm probably going to have to make more of this color. I am going to use Interference Violet because I have it. Sorry, guys. Now, as an alternative, here's an alternative. You could use the Interference Red as an alternative. Might as well show you what that looks like, okay? And then I will still use the Sparkle Violet in here. Actually, I could have just used red on red. That would have been really interesting. The Sparkle Red is really cool. Okay, now we're gonna do our gold. So I need more of this. This Perry Bell, I know I'm gonna only use this in one project. This one I wanna make a little bit more of because I plan on using it in both projects. It's kind of become my go-to color. Now the Interference Red makes it look more peachy at first when you're turning it. You see how the red kind of changes the tone? I still think that hot pink's gonna come through. That's a full cup for me to try to keep that mica from dumping out of there. Whew, girlfriend. Now I added some more of the resin, but I didn't add any more color, so let's add a few more drops. Yeah. This will cover both projects. A full cup of this. Yeah, let's get, now we got a nice bright cotton candy pink. Here is that Perry Bell. Same thing, I like this color. But see how it turns blue on blue in that Perry Bell? Holy schmoly. Now, I really wanted a red wine, and this is not giving me red wine. I know you guys say you like this, and that's all fine and well. Okay, it's gonna be a pretty color, but I feel like it needs something to really contrast with this. I know this would, actually, I think just for the exercise of teaching you how they look, I'm gonna mix another straight berry wine in here. I want you to see the difference in these colors. So this is straight berry wine, no mica in it at all. And look how red that is. That is a really, 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 really deep, dry red wine, okay? Not this bluish purpley color. So I'll add some, the most obvious color that would match it would be the violet. So I'm gonna add a little bit of eye violet. So you can see the difference what happens by adding blue or violet to this. It's a really, really dark wine. But you see how it turns into more of a purpley wine when you add the violet? And then this color, by adding the blue, unless you saw it on screen, you would never believe me that they were two different colors, and both of them are made with the berry wine. That's how this works, okay? It's crazy, yeah. And I'm gonna just add a tiny bit of flash to that, just a little bit of sparkle. Oh, I've got hardly any left. A little sparkle violet to that. I gotta get more out of the other room. So completely different color. Completely different color. So your interferences, I mean, they're a critical part of my chemistry set. I only use 5 interference colors in all 314 primary elements when I'm making them. I don't need any more than that because it's going to shift everything where I need it to go. All right, let's get some gold made. I'm kind of getting lost on the color mixing, even though I think this is good for us to all see the variations, okay? The one to the left, I added interference blue and sparkle blue, I believe. Actually, no, interference blue and sparkle diamond violet, but the interference blue took over. This is interference violet, the fine violet, and then the sparkle violet. And they're like night and day. Completely different. And a good exercise. I mean, really good exercise for us to see this. You know, this is kind of part of what we're here for, to learn about. I mean, not just how to mix a paint, like the ratios. This is more literally color mixing colors. So let's get some cyan. I'm going to use it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Judy. I might add a little dribble. I think it'll break up this color pattern really well. So would the neon, because right now we're a little bit pinks and blues and purples. We need some kind of gold, and this would really break this color palette up. So I feel a little discombobulated because I'm trying to do two things at once, but you know, that's kind of the nature of the beast. Steal what? What are we stealing? Has anybody else had someone steal your artwork? You mean photos? And calling it their own? That's not cool. Okay, let's make a gold, but we're if anybody knows how I do this, we're using a bit of honey and a little bit of Aztec gold to make our, well, actually, no, let's do both. I'll do a bit of honey and I'm going to do some gold. Bit of honey is yellow ochre. Oh, they walked in your house and stole art off the wall? Okay, no, that's never happened. Notice I'm tilting it to the left. I don't know if it matters, but this is my little thing. Tilt to the left, push the dropper in, pull it out, and then you got hopefully something to slurp up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in that one, let's put some sparkle red and some interference gold. Shall we? It'll break it up. It's going to break up the color a little bit because that palette's kind of purpley, bluey, pinky. There's nothing to, and this is the sparkle red. And it sparkles. It definitely sparkles. So here is the, ooh, see how it dumps, it falls right on your glove, my glove. It's sure pretty, but the goal is to have it stay in the cup. Not have it flash out of there, okay? Now, bit of honey's pretty, but I want a little more depth to it. Not electric orange. I'm looking for an Aztec yellow. A few drops of Aztec yellow. We'll warm it up a bit. Moment more than that. Okay. That's what it wants to give me. That's what it wanted to give me. I accept it. The universe gave me what it thought I needed. You know, another color I haven't been playing with would be exceptional. It will go very well. I think it's because it's so thick as that golden nickel. So it's another good one to warm this stuff up. Okay. Lady P to do some housework. Okay, well, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing something I'm supposed to answer here, everybody. Still think I want a little more warmth than that. Where is it? There we go. But that's the thing. You're going to do the same thing on your table. You're going to go, well, I wanted a little bit more this, or I want my gold a little bit more like that. Now, that's a really rich color that's going to be gorgeous. But where is the... Okay, I'm losing my mind here. Here they are, the gold powders and the cyan. Just get a little more resin in here. I know I'm getting quiet, guys, but I'm just trying to hurry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Was going to fall right off that edge there. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so let's get this very weird eggplant color. I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. Just unexpected for me. I wasn't expecting eggplant. A very weird bluish eggplant. Here is our violet wine. There's the cotton candy. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah, we need more warmth in this thing because it's going to be too cool. Let's get some gold. I'm curious about this. I haven't really played with the neon green yet in the resin. I wonder if it goes dark or stays the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be in the new sets that's not up yet. Already have the recipes ready. I'm sending 16 colors to the lab next week. We'll be making 2 8-piece sets. There may be a little extra surprise on that. Everybody's been asking about neons, so now that the other ones are full of production and there's plenty of jars, we're just going to do them back to back. Wow. Everybody seeing what I'm seeing? Holy schmoly. Look at that. So the fluorescence with just a few drops, you can get some gorgeous tints. Look at that. Now I'm going to add a little bit more because I wasn't expecting a tint, and you're going to see me add some mica to it. 1, 2, 3. 4, is that 4, 5? There's just a little bit in this bottle. This is a lab sample I made for me, right? Okay, so mica that would go in this, of course, would be gold or green. Okay, I don't want to ruin, oh my gosh. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, wow. Yes, it would glow in the dark, John. Yes, it will. That's the chirpy part of that thing. Now, I'm going to, I know everybody's really excited about it. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm just going to add half of what I would normally add for the interference gold and see what happens. Let's see what happens first. You can always add more, but you can't take it away if you ruin it. So here's, instead of a 1/4 teaspoon, here's like, oh my God, Judy, you were asking for gold green. Shh, Jasmine, off now. Sorry, she just put her paw on the table. I stuck her on the back of the chair. Sorry for yelling at you guys. Judy, look at this, that gold green. And because of the transparency, you actually don't need as much mica. This is about a half or a third of what I would have used. Oh, good Lord, that's pretty. So to dress it up more, just a pinch of diamond gold. I'm not even going to do sparkle. I'm going to go all the way to gold diamond. That is such a beautiful color. Well, all the fluorescents are going to do this. Like I said, I got all the recipes done yesterday. I just don't want to overwhelm Shane in the lab because he's finishing up set 3 right now. But we got a giant load of color, a giant load of jars. So we're just going to make these back to back. Oh my God. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, plan B. Let's mix up another fluorescent. She likes the green too, yeah, but she was like, her paw kept getting closer and closer and closer to the table and the resin. I'm like, no, stay on the back of my chair or go away, kitty. Okay, I am now, wow. Jeez, what do I do now? Wow. Well, obviously I can do more. I'm going to make up the cyan. That was the plan. We know either the cyan or the sky blue is going to be the break buffer thing for this piece we're doing. And we still have to do a gold. And then we'll get to the big piece I want to show you that I want to do because we got a lot of stuff we got to do. So this is amazing. I am thrilled with the concept of those neons. I know that any color, all of our colors are clean enough to where you can make tints on them if you want to, but that just blew my mind. 2, 3, 4. That's about 12 drops in there. Just gonna go right for it. And then let's mix up our gold directly in this cup. It's got a little bit more than, this is gonna be the one with, oh, wrong spoon. I'm using my 1/4 teaspoon. This is golden maple. This is the Egyptian gold. And remember, I tell you guys every time, all those gold paints out there, like 24 karat that you love, they're not just mica mixed in something. There's actual color in them. So in this particular one, I am looking for here's the Aztec yellow. I'm going to grab a few drops of Aztec yellow to my gold because when you add a little color to the gold, copper, or bronze mica paints, then it looks like a complete paint. If it's just mica and whatever medium you're mixing it in, it really doesn't look complete to me anyway. It doesn't look like a complete paint. There's no color behind it. Might as well use this cup. Not waste another plastic one. So it looks like I almost have 2 ounces. I'll put a little bit more epoxy in that one just to bring it up a little bit. There we go. So because I was going to use the purples, I was going to use a pale lavender background. But there is so much stinking purple on there. There's no way I'm going to do a purple background. So now with all that purple, I got to figure out what do I want for my background. Normally, you know, yellow and violet are the match. The cyan would work. I mean, this made a nice background on that swipe that I did the other day. This would probably work. Yellow, blue, let's see real quick. You know, it may ruin it though. I don't know about using teal indigo. That might be too dark. I really think the turquoise is going to brighten it up. I just do, and I hate to repeat what I did last time, but that wine colored looks so, oh, what the heck. I'm talking myself out of it again. I want to do something different, so we're going to use this in the swipe swirl instead of this like we did last time, even though it did work out quite beautifully. Let's see what we're gonna get. Now, I only need enough just to coat that small little round. I'm not doing much. When this is a funky cup I've been avoiding using, but it looks like the paint's on the outside and the inside. So pretend you don't see that. I don't want to waste anything. Right? No wasting. All right. Let's get a little bit of this clear. And this is just to coat that round. That's all I need, is just enough to coat the round. So we're going to add a little bit of this Periwinkle Vivid Intense. This also will give you incredible transparency. We already know this from Saturday. Remember, the Vivid Intense has 3 mils per ounce versus the 26 per mils of the Purely Pigment. So these are going to be a paler concentration for you. I'm not going to shimmer it up or anything. I just want straight, matte paint in the background that we're going to swipe over. I don't know. I've got too many blues and pinks and purples. I really am worried about this color palette, but okay. I'm feeling I need an orange, but I'm hoping that our lime green breaks it up, right? The lime green's going to break it up. So this is a cyan aqua. I plan on using it in both projects. So let's make a bit of it. And we'll get some blue on blue in this. Blue on blue, meaning interference blue, fine sparkle blue interference, and diamond if it's sitting right here. I'm exceptionally excited about the interference and the sparkle in this cyan aqua. Hi there, Lila's here. Hey, Lila. Hey, Lila. Lila's come to visit. All right, I think we have a lot of colors made. Let's see. Get this thing mixed up. Boy, that sure looks pretty from up here. I stood just for a second to give my back a break, and then I'm going to get this canvas up here. Figure the more I get used to standing up and painting and getting up and down, I'm just going to get stronger and stronger. So, gosh, that's pretty. I'm looking to see if there's any other colors that I haven't mixed that's going to go on the other piece also. I'm thinking, what else do I have pulled? The yellow's been used. Bit of honey's done. I have these little boxes. I put them away to make sure I don't make a mess. The only color I didn't make was this. And I wasn't planning. I just had it there in a case. But again, I'm so worried about how much purple I have going on this thing. ColorPlay, you gotta go. Where you going, sweetheart? Come back and see us soon. Come back soon. Come back very soon. She said she's got to go. Sorry, Evelyn. We love having you here, honey. Don't leave me now. You're a ball of, you're like a load of information. Everybody loves asking you stuff. Like I said when I was coming on, and I said, listen, I need to give the wrench to a couple people. Yours was the first name that came up. Give the wrench to Evelyn. She knows so much stuff. Deep blood red. Well, I'm in the middle of my demonstration, but you're actually the new Hugs and Kisses color. And the new set will be a big deep blood red. It's as close as you can possibly get to Love Struck in the primary elements. It's called Hugs and Kisses. It's a new set 3. But right now I've got to finish my presentation, honey, so I'm not going to stop and show you right now. But yes, indeedy, hugs and kisses will give you that color you're looking for. She would be a great moderator. Oh, you're welcome, Lila. Okay, just so grins and giggles, just go along with me. I'm not willing to give up on these colors yet that I trust. I don't want to get in a rut where I'm not, you know, I promise I'll be doing a olive vine and chrysocolla one of these days. Use some olive greens and blues and earth tones. It's Judy reminded me that I don't want to get stuck in a rut. And I said, well, I'm promoting the colors in the new set. She goes, I understand, but still, don't get stuck in a rut. And she's got a very good point. Boy, that powder blue is so pretty. All right, let's get all this stuff off the table. I got to make some room here. We're going to stand and do some painting. Yes, indeed. Bear with me. Oh, the silicone. We're going to put a little silicone in the gold. And I'm taking the wood end of, the flat end of my skewer. The flat end, not the point. And I'm doing a little dribble. Not very much is coming off today. There we go, dribble. And then one turn. Now this is a big stick. I didn't mean to do this. So literally one stir and that's it. No more stirring. Keep the silicone big as globules as possible. Now I got a little bit of resin left in this cup. I guess I'll pour it in here. Trying to clean up everything here before I stand up, we get going. Last thing you want to do is ever knock anything over. And when you're working with epoxy, make sure you got extra gloves, always, and a bottle of alcohol, spray bottle of alcohol, ready for you to clean up. That's your cleanup, is alcohol. All right. Leave these out just in case we need them again. We're not going to need the silicone again. I don't need the wine and roses again. Okay, let's get this over here. Again, I really have a spatial thing here going on. And if I'm not real careful, I can get into trouble here. All right. So we are going to test and do another round like we did last time. And those of you that came in late, we were able to do a Nautilus, I call it a Nautilus squirrel swipe in epoxy. And it dried beautiful. Hi there, Scarlett. How you doing, sweetheart? It dried as if this was done in acrylic and I did a top coat. So we're going to do it again. Different color combinations, okay? And this was the canvas. I did two of them. This canvas, the back of this canvas, first of all, it's got a nice white MDF, so less sagging will happen because there's not much of a span here. And then I tighten the back of the canvas by brushing some on the Vivid Art Fluid, which, by the way, it's back in stock now. Everybody's going crazy. Vivid Art Fluid's back in stock as of today. And we were using it to tighten the back of the canvas in this case, right? So I do have an option to raise the camera. Hopefully on the big piece, maybe we can try it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is get a couple little white gloves on my hand. John, you can appreciate this. We got a chance to watch John on FaceTime. And he kept changing his gloves off and on, off and on. I mean, John can appreciate how you want to keep everything as tidy and clean as possible. Everybody loves the look of resin, but I don't know anybody who likes the feel of sticky resin on their bodies or anywhere else. It gets messy. So these gloves are on so I can rip them off and have a glove beneath and continue working, protecting myself. Judy, I did plug in the pedal. The heat gun, new heat gun I used last time has no guts. I have a different heat gun and a floor pedal that turns this off and on so I could keep this taped. So we'll see if that works today. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this lilac, pale lilac. Down on the canvas. I want the whole thing flooded with it. I need this a little bit towards me while we get the design on, then I'll move it in the middle. For my back, it would be nice to not have to tweak over this so much. Okay, so let's check out the pedal for the first time. Of course, I can't see it on the floor, but oh, it works. Yay! All I am is warming the resin. Other than I gotta learn how many beats it takes to turn it off and on. And then I'm going to spread this lavender, sheer lavender color around. Wow, that heat gun works really well. Got everything warmed up quickly. Much better than the torch. And much better than that other gun that had no guts and no heat to it. I'm going to give it to the shop, though. They do shrink wrapping, so it won't go to waste, Judy, and I'm not going to send it back, but it won't go to waste. This time I'm also going to make all my sides are nicely covered with my lavender, so it looks like a finished piece, right? I didn't mix up any extra interference this time around. Normally you guys see me do that. This time I'm just going to let the color slide right over that. All right, let's get some color on. Now this is that strange, it really does have a strange blue. We just have to have enough stuff to break it up, right? So I'm going to go here to the edge. That's a lot. Let's well, they're blue, blue, blue. Let's get some pink in here. Sorry about that. I'm bumping this thing as I'm standing here. Let's get some of the cotton candy in here. But you can see what I mean. This looks so pinky purple. You need something to break it up. A little bit of the cyan aqua. Some of this Peribel blue. I didn't even think about my bit of honey. Bit of honey. I'm going to drizzle that kind of around here. Get some of that bit of honey in there to kind of break that up. Here's that other purple that does look more like I wanted it to, more like an actual wine. Yeah, we got a lot of paint on here. I can hear everybody saying, too much paint. Yeah, probably too many colors. Like a rainbow. I wasn't planning on using all of them, but hey, what the heck. It's my crazy piece. And who knows, it could be that something right, this is gonna be insane. This green, wow. And you can see that it's kind of transparent over the top. And then the fait accompli is this amazing gold with some silicone in it. All right, I know there's a lot of paint on there. Yes. What's nice is not having to put another glove on, and I can grab my okay, let's get the palette knife going. Oh, shoot. Where are you? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So we don't have a lot of time once you warm it up to do that spin. Okay, that's a little weird. Didn't mean to quite go that direction. Oops. Oh my God. Okay, hang on a minute, guys. Let me see if I can get this, because I don't want to lose that purple that's in there that's popping up. So rather than scrape this back on, I want this off. I want all that gold off. That purple is really, really weird. That purple that I use, that is such a strange color. Okay, so I really love this green, so I'm gonna add another little bit of some of this green here. See if I can't fix this thing. Add a little bit of some of the pink. A tiny bit of gold. Uh-oh, I drug my cup into it. That wasn't very smart. And just because we're keeping with the theme of the cyan, yeah, that purple kind of turned dirty. I don't know if you can see it yet. I'm going to look at it as soon as I do this last one. But it's looking a little strange to me. I think I know what I did. But who knows what's going to happen. I'm just going to simply take this clean knife and just roll it this way. And then kind of roll it back into here. Okay, that's a little bit strange looking, at least from the angle that we're looking at it at. Yeah, I wasn't too, how do I explain it? When that purple turned that strange blue, it wasn't the palette I had in my head to go with everything else that we had made. So let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna pick this sucker up. I'm trying to get all these sticks off of here. Nobody's saying anything. Yeah, last time I had the interference gold just mixed in the big piece. I didn't do it on the little one. I just used straight turquoise. It looks like a rainbow tornado. Okay, you're right. So here is what's happening so far. Now there's no heat put on it. Look how nuts that is. I'm kind of liking this little thing. What that last little bit I put on there is real interesting with that green. So I think this color is so unusual. Yeah, it's pretty. Now I could just keep tilting it into this thing and then tilt that color back. I love the color on the edges. It's really, I think this is really interesting. Look at all those colors. It's really interesting. And the fact that it's celled up like that. Okay, so let me get, I have something over here to put this on. And the next project, we'll see how crazy you think I am. Let's get these extra gloves off. Okay. So I could just do a straight canvas, but I actually want to repurpose this. And I kind of was planning on doing some other background color from it. Painting on top of this before we got to this point, okay? I am not too sold on both of these in the same piece, those two purpley colors. But, okay, so here was my plan, and I really planned on doing it first. I want to paint some black and then do some bright colors and paint some black. And I don't know how to lift the color on the back. So when I put the lighter color over off the top, it shows up, okay? I don't know if you guys have ever been in a similar situation, okay? You want to cover it up. What do? Okay. I'm going to hear everybody go, no, no, Leslie, no. I know, I actually love black, Casey. I really do. But I should have prepped this in the beginning because now we're going to have to wait for this sucker to dry for me to do what I want to do. What I was wanting to do was mix up some varnish and interference and lighten up, and a little bit of aqueous white and lighten up the center. And varnish dries really fast. So I'm going to try this. This is a pure experiment. There's some Josonia varnish. I'm going to use some interference gold, which has really great coverage. Okay, Judy, she's probably closing her eyes going, what is she doing? I want to bring a lighter background in the center and then darker areas where I can go black. I don't know if this is going to work. I know I've seen Victor Baroni paint on top of resin with varnish. Yeah, I got way too much varnish in that cup. It's a little bit too juicy. I might need more, but I've literally seen him paint on the canvas with the varnish over the top. That's way too juicy. Adding more interference. Then I'm going to add some aqueous white. I mean, this is just an old test piece sitting on the wall. Everybody could say you're ruining it, but... So here's a little aqueous white. Oh, God, it's so thick. This is my test sample. This is not you guys what you're going to get. This is my bottle when I was testing this thing. I wonder if this will work a little bit better. Just got to get an eyedropper. It's going to give me a little bit of white. Nope. Okay, let's get back to getting some of this white out. There we go. Now there's a good solid drop. I'm not trying to turn it white. What I'm trying to do is to soften my background up. And varnish will dry instantly with the heat gun, right? So I just want to cover up how dark this is. I'm looking for a brush with a bigger bristle here. Has anybody seen anybody ever do anything like this? You think I'm remarkably nuts? I'm waiting for comments. I can't see any comments from where I'm standing. And then on the edges, I was going to put black. But instead, I'm really going to muck it up and put some teal indigo down. Well, if it lets me put some teal indigo down. You're withholding judgment? Okay. Thank you, Fairy Art Mother. We'll see. We know that Victor painted. Wow, my teal indigo has a big blob of color in the top and it's not letting me pour any of it out. We know he painted on the top with varnish. We know he did. We saw him do it. He used to do these trays. He would sit in resin, and then the next coat, he would add a layer of transparent varnish on there. This is Vivid Intense Teal Indigo. That's a pretty color. Ooh, that's a nice color. Wow. I feel like I could paint the whole thing that color. It completely softened out all that red I was trying to get rid of. But I don't know. This will take longer to dry, though, I think, than the varnish doesn't take any time at all to dry. But this is straight Vivid Intense. It's not mixed in anything else. Wow. At this point, I think I should just cover the whole thing with this. What do you guys think? I'm looking for comments here now. I'm going to sit here and read what anybody has to say. I know the varnish is going to dry. I'm just trying to bring light. I'm trying to bring light to the center. So when I go over the top with these really bright colors, right, they don't get lost in all that dark color underneath it. Well, this stuff's drying pretty quick. That's kind of amazing. Judy, this is kind of surprising me. How fast that Vivid Intense is drying on there. And can I actually create like a light wave behind it? Let me get these in some water. This is nuts. Well, it sure looks better than it did before. That's for darn sure. I didn't really care for that other piece. Okay, I am not going to use, I'm going to go to the colors I'm comfortable with. Okay, I'm not going to use these two purples. I'll pour them in some kind of a mold because we know that they, I mean, again, it was an interesting piece. It's still very interesting. I'm watching it dry, but it didn't turn out exactly as I'd hoped. And right now, this is kind of gorgeous just the way it is, right? I'm digging this. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I guess I could do one more layer because I've got to mix some colors up anyway. I'm gonna mix up, I've got gold, I've got cyan, I've got some of the neon left. I have some pink. I think the neon's gonna help, but I kind of want to have that orange. Now this is still too juicy. If I was using Prism Pour, it would have given me complete coverage. Okay, so this is gonna be nuts. You're gonna watch this. My brush is going right into a dry jar. See how much lighter that is? It's bringing in that white color that I was looking for, the light. Because I just want a little bit of the pure mic on the end of my brush. Whoops. Well, that's a brand new brush. How do you like them apples? These cheap little brushes we get off Amazon, right? But it's bringing in a lot more light, just kind of dry brushing that interference in there. Just need all that rusty color gone. So what I was going to do, I was imagining was some black, some color. Resin what back together? What is she talking about? What do you Yeah, oh yeah, paint the sides, that's true. I haven't done the sides yet. Yeah. Well, I have the opportunity, he's right, I'll paint the sides. As long as you guys don't mind watching me paint the sides. Let's get this top area to where I feel like it's light enough. Just making sure there's plenty of that interference on there drying while I sit and work the sides. Yeah, I want all the light I can possibly get, at least in one center section. It'll spread out, but at least we know in the center, it's got a nice light base, okay? And now I'm going to take John's suggestion. Where is my Vivid Intense Indigo? By the way, this is a stunning color, teal indigo. If you've never used it, you will love it, okay? Pretty color. But I will paint the edges right now while I have the opportunity. Okay, first I'm getting some interferences here that I think I want to work with because I'm going to make 1 or 2 interferences up to go with this. Sparkle blue, high blue, we'll do that. And then sparkle red and eye gold. Okay, everything else gets put away. I'm getting crowded over here, guys, so. Get these wines out of here. They're just not my cup of tea. And that's okay, it didn't work. So I still have some sky blue, Peribel. I've got quite a bit of color. All right, I think I might mix up some interferences and just increase my neon a little bit more and we're good to go. We'll be able to do something on here. This is a beautiful color. So I need to pour some out. My little top is kind of clogged, so I'm gonna pour a little bit out in a cup. Just the Vivid Intense Indigo Blue Black. This is the teal indigo. And yeah, I'm just gonna brush the sides. Give them a little brush while that center dries. And this is gonna look like a brand new piece. You'll never knew I had that kind of weird blue and rust colored piece that looked a little disjointed. Am I brave? Patty says I'm brave. Well, I've seen Victor Baroni paint on top of resin with varnish, so we know it'll work. The Vivid Intense I wasn't so sure of, but it is drying so quickly here. I can already see a few dry spots and wet spots already, and we just brush this stuff on. Let's get these sides nice while we can. John has a point, because we're gonna let the resin go over the sides. I don't have the sides taped off. I know you can't see me where the spinner is, but I'm literally just painting the sides. Vivid Intense, Teal Indigo. So Vivid Intense is a fluid acrylic. It's not quite as saturated as the Purely Pigments, and it's got some colors that are not in the Purely Pigments, just as there's color in the Purely Pigments that are not in the Vivid Intense yet. And so in the case of, somebody had asked for a dark red. In the case of making a dark red, you can start with Holly Berry Purely Pigments, but Phthalo Blue Red Shade Purely Pigments is too strong, and that's the color you would use to deepen your red. You don't use black, you use Phthalo Blue Red Shade to deepen a red. And so the Vivid Intense was the perfect amount. There's a video, I think it was like the first week I started the video series. You're gonna see me doing that in epoxy. Okay, I need to make a little bit more of this. I just think I need some more of the neon. I have no room to really mix it except right here. That's a pretty color, so I am not gonna do without it. I am loving this color, other than give me more to play with. There we go. Let's get some epoxy in this. That's a pretty color. Very, very pretty color. Woo! Jeez. I want to bathe in this and cotton candy. You know, I used to sing a song as a little girl. Pink and green are the birthday colors. I don't know where I got that from. I mean, I was a little kid and I would sing that song. Pink and green are the birthday colors. These definitely look like birthday colors to me, right? All right. Let's get some interference made up and we're good to go. Let's do something fun with this piece that's supposedly drying. Let's see how dry it feels. Now my fingers are not going to give it a good, what we'll do is just a little blow on it just to be safe. It looks all dry. I don't see any more streaks anywhere. That Vivid Intense, I can't believe is dried already. It sure feels like, man, that's amazing how quickly that dried. Okay, so what are we missing? I think we got every color that we need. I think. We don't have an orange, but we're gonna make up for it with our lime green. So, okay, so let's see. Oh, I didn't make the interferences. Sorry, I'm a little all over the board, you guys. Let me make some interferences up, just for a little fun of it. These two want to get stuck together. So let's do, where's my spoons? Let's do some sparkle blue. Whoops. Sparkle blue. Interference blue. Now what I'm going to do is kind of put the interferences on the outside and they'll float right over the dark parts. And then our bright colors are going to go down the center. At least that's the plan. Sort of like a river pour without something containing it to the river. So these interference will kind of float over that dark part. Should make it interesting. Let's hope. And then this is sparkle red and interference gold. Beautiful combination. Oops. If you've watched me long enough, you get to know that I've got certain combinations that I know work. Actually, almost any combo will work, to be honest. But kind of tried and true combos that I like. Okay, let's get the rest of this epoxy mixed up. Oops, sorry guys. I'm keep hitting that thing as I'm moving in and out here. Don't want to do that to you. Okay, there's some clear. Now, I have some clear, a little bit left in the bottom of this container that I mixed it in. I think what we're gonna do is just do a tiny bit of lubrication, which is always recommended, right? So a little lubrication. Just wanna make sure I don't run out. Put this there while I get these two stirred up. Sorry, you guys can't see me putting that resin out there. I've been mixing more and more larger batches, if anybody's wondering. Grease the pan. You're right. We're greasing the pan. Exactly what Erica says. John, when you're right, honey. All right, let's get my alcohol going. I got to get my hands sort of clean. I'm going to put some more gloves on, different gloves on that I can throw away and get my heat gun going with. I love my pedal, Judy. Thank you. It's a lifesaver. It's a gun saver is what it is. And you guys can't see it, sadly. Well, I'll have to send you the link. No, I can't pull it up. It's all buried underneath here. It's not going to be smart to show you right now. But I'm thrilled with my pedal, Judy. Thank you so much. It was such a great suggestion. I am a happy, happy girl. All right, let's get some extra gloves on. Paper towels with alcohol ready. Alcohol is your cleanup. If you haven't heard me say that before, it is. And so I always have a spray bottle of alcohol around. I'm gonna get an extra pair of gloves on so I can grease the pan, as everybody says. I mean, there's no reason to get these gloves I'm gonna try to work with all sloppy and wet. Then it makes your project really sticky. So having an extra glove on just to do this greasing of the pan is kind of important, right? And I do it on both hands just in case I have to pick it up or something. So, sorry, this is the one thing that you see in lives that you won't see in recorded videos. How many times you have to put on new gloves. Okay, let's see how high we can get this. Let's get this up. You guys can see me work. Okay, that's not too bad. If it lets me get around it. Let's get all the rest of this out of this cup. Wow, I am really liking that teal indigo painted on there. That's really unusual. I like that a bunch. A bunch. Okay, let's get a little heat on this, see if I've got enough on there. There's none in the center yet, okay? So I'm only hitting the sides right now. Not sure what the method of my madness is on that, but I'm just going, this is an intuitive thing. This is not because I've had a ton of practice. Wow. Wow. That resin looks so pretty on top of the Vivid Intense. And whatever was sparkling below is kind of still coming through. This is nuts. I'm getting shimmer on this. Wow. Just a little, very subtle. Let's get a little bit more in the middle just to make sure. I guess I will need this if we're going to do it right. Let's grease the pan correctly. Now here's the beautiful thing. I can pick up this gun, supposedly. I'm still going to do it with my left hand because I don't want to just glob it. Intentionally put a lot of resin on the handle, but it is taped up because I've got that lever, right? All right. Let's see how this works. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's grease the pan. All right, now. I don't want to put a ton here. I want to start putting like little floating bits that looks like it kind of just belongs here and there, right? And then here is the blue. Wow, wow. Let's see if I can get this off. Now here's the thing. I've got the tool to put on the end of this thing. You know, once I warm it up, that'll help blow it. Huh. I don't know how heavy I want this, how soft I want this. Kind of wish I had silicone in this. I'd get some gorgeous patterning in this. All right, well, this is going to be kind of the crazy part. So I'm going to put the majority of the color down here and start blowing it in, and then some on the other end and blowing in. When we did that other piece, I think I'm going to do it a little bit different. I know this seems like a little crazy what I'm doing, but I'm going to blow one direction and keep trying to blow it up like I did the other fan. I don't think coming in the center with the two is going to be smart. And I pulling them into the center. We'll see. Yeah, and what color did I miss? I think I have everything in there except a little bit more of this stuff, our favorite color of the day. I am in love with this neon lime green color. I have a lot of resin left over. I could probably do a whole bunch of molds or something. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get some alcohol in my hands. I'll watch that lay up in there. All right, let's see what happens. Now I want to put the little tip on it. I have it here somewhere. So I've got some way to, even though this is nice and hot, I'm loving the heat of this gun, Judy, you're right. Okay, something's wrong. There's liquid on this. There's something on the tip of that thing, and it's hot. I saw liquid coming off of it. So apparently something dumped on it where it was sitting. See it smoking? It's going to be fun to get this thing off. Yikes. I'm just going to heat it up and have to use my other handy dandy blow dryer like I did yesterday, because I don't know any other way of doing this. All right, let's get back up there. Oh, come on, dude. It fell, sorry. I have two guns I'm trying to manipulate here. All right, let's see if this works. Get this hot. This is ridiculous having to use two guns. Well, I'm kind of surprised. I'm not seeing anybody say anything, but I'm standing, so I can't look. Well, everybody's, yeah, heat and tilt, let gravity take over. Do you see all the cells in there, you guys? Wow. It's kind of interesting now. This is the point where if there is a tilt to be had, this is the time to tilt it. And so will I tilt it back? Actually, I think if I tilt it, come on, don't come off. It doesn't want it. It doesn't want me to move that spinner anymore. Hang on. Let me see if I can lift it up from this end. Just one. Just one chance to get it to kind of tilt a little bit this way. Just a bit. Not much. And then tilt it this way just a little bit. This is pretty interesting. Wow. Well, okay. What do y'all think? Holy crap, guys. I didn't think she could get it to blow out, but she did. Yes, I did got it to blow out. I did get it to blow out. So I'm just gonna touch up these sides here. This bit of interference red going over the sides is really pretty, but the thing doesn't want to turn anymore, so I can't. And it's caught up back there because of all that silicone underneath it, protecting it. We got a lot of cells on that thing. It is covered. Okay, like everybody's just being super quiet for the past few minutes. Nobody's saying a darn thing. Are we still on video or are we buffering? I guess we are still on video. All right, well, that's my attempt to cover up, yeah. That's my attempt to cover up that other piece I didn't care for. I do like the look of that Vivid Intense Indigo on the top. It's really pretty. I mean, I could have done a whole different bunch of other combinations. Once I saw how gorgeous that is, my brain kind of went, wow. Think of everything I could do with that teal indigo as a base, right? It'd be gorgeous. All right, so let's get the camera down so I can talk to y'all. I'm trying to get everything sprayed off with alcohol because I am covered with resin. Of course. I quite love it. Oh, it is? Okay, hang on. Damn it, my gloves won't stop slipping to get the thing down. Sorry. I'm still here, guys. I guess you can't hear me. My thing's locked, so I can't get, here we go. Here we go. So now I can sit and talk to you. Yeah. All right, well, you can hear me, I think. It's pretty interesting. We'll see how this thing dries. I'm kind of digging it. Anyway, a bit of business. Also, if you guys are lovers of Prison Pour, not this week, but next week, we're doing inventory. We're going to be cutting down our Prison Pour by more than half. So we're going to be sending out a poll. Probably have to put it on the website and say, what are your favorite colors of Prison Pour? When we launched it, you know, people doing the blooms wanted a ready to bloom paint, but now, you know, the industry's sort of moving back to the center, and I don't think we need 118 colors of Prison Pour. So if you have favorite colors, get them. No, they're not going to be on some deep discount. What we're going to do is just put the colors that We're going to end up eliminating in the ColorPlay deals page, and it's just like having a set. They'll be at the 7% off like when we do a set, but nothing deep. They're beautiful paints. There's nothing wrong with them. We just don't need to carry all of them all the time anymore. We're trying to make room for the H2Os. We're trying to make room for more purely pigments. I will continue developing more colors for this line. Like I said, there's going to be 16 fluorescents coming out. They're going to start working on them next week. And once I see them about, 85% of production, I'll put them up on the website so they can ship right away. But yeah, this is starting to develop nicely. I'm enjoying it. I kind of wish the center was a little bit thinner. I still have to learn how to manipulate stuff, but it's sure a lot prettier than the original piece that we covered up. It is the last day to do the membership, or the last 24, 48 hours. Depends on what country you're in, how it times out. Now, I'm going to make a decision to probably keep a couple of the bigger cards up there, because once the actual membership opens up for regular basis, it would give people a way to buy into the top tier in a quick way. But it's not going to be 50% off. So I suggest you, if you're stacking cards, like a few people have already bought their second and third cards. It's going on today because they know it's the last, 24, 48 hours to do this. The next weekend is the Carnival of Colors spring event. And there'll be a party here on Saturday and a party here on Sunday before it. And my portion of the event will be live. So if you can't come till 11 o'clock, somewhere between 11 and 11:10, I'll give away the secret word. So those people expecting to show up just at 11 o'clock, they can tune in at 11. But it will be a live version of it, and we're going to have a party both on Saturday and Sunday. So I got all the cards done this morning, and if somebody's gotten the card, John, I know you just got another one, but if anybody else beyond John who just got another card has an older one that needs to be done, please let me know if I missed it, because I got everybody caught up this morning. And I think that's it for right now. If there's any other questions from anybody. Thank you, sweetheart, for saying great process. I just got another one. Thank you, Patty S. Woohoo! And meanwhile, have a beautiful day. I will see you guys on Friday. And remember, Saturday and Sunday, there are events. Sundays is going to be nothing but an hour fun watch party with prizes and pop quiz on Sunday. And then Saturday, we'll do a normal event, but it's going to end just in time for the regular event. I think who's after me? I think it's Priscilla Batzel or Lance Travis. One of those two is after me. And so I'll be live, and then we'll send you immediately to the link to the pre-recorded version of the rest of the event on Saturday. I'm so excited that we're going to do this. And this is our third year doing these educational events. And every affiliate comes to the table with some new technique that boggles my mind every time. I am so lucky to have these people surrounding me that are continuing to experiment with my products and play with them and want to bring education to you guys. So have a great day. Thank you so much. Hugs and kisses, everybody. See you